What's up, guys? So what I want to do for you guys today is really go through the whole crypto market, really show you kind of what I'm seeing, why I believe that this cycle is completely different, and why I do believe this cycle isn't finished. I don't believe we're in a bear market. I just believe this is a simple little dip that we're having on the way up, right? Um, a lot of people are calling, alt season is cancelled. I will explain to you why I don't believe that as well. And I'm going to show you by the charts, and I'm going to back it up with what I'm seeing in terms of going back at previous highs and previous bull markets and previous bear markets. So if you guys enjoy this, make sure to, hit the subscribe button, make sure to like, and maybe I'll do more of these videos. So let's get straight into it. So I'm going to chuck in the Bitcoin chart now. So right now on the daily, we're on the Bitcoin chart. And what I'm seeing here is we've got one, two, three touches of this trend that's going down. You can almost put the fact that we're pretty much coming into a falling wedge, which is also a bullish reversal pattern. But I'm not really looking at that. What I am looking at though is if you guys see here, we've done a Fibonacci from this to this point, so from the low to the high. Now, it all depends on obviously how you draw it, but that's how I do it, from pretty much the bottom of wave two to the top of wave three to now obviously get where wave four might get a correction. Or it could be this is an A, B, C correction, but we'll see what happens. Right now, we've bounced at the golden pocket, which is between the 382 and the 618, which is really good signs. What we want to see though is a break above this level, but really the biggest resistance is going to be the 90K region. So we have to wait, because you can see here, there's a lot of people bought a lot of wicks to the upside. So if these people didn't sell and they're waiting for an opportunity to get out, well, you'll find out if it comes up to 90K and everyone starts to actually sell, that means that these people don't believe it's going to go higher and they want out. But if we get past this level, well, it's pretty damn bullish. Okay. So let's just see what happens there. Now, you could also draw this level in terms of Fibonacci from, instead of going from here, you could possibly go from from pretty much the start. No, actually, I would say more like this level here. Because if you do that, it bounces up to 382, which is really, really, really bullish. And if you look at it, it's somewhat of a flag, not exactly, but you can kind of see like this could be a very strong bull flag. So if we're going off just that, for example, that means that you pretty much get let's just go for example like this. You just get the distance of the flag and you put it for where you might break out. So let's just say we break out here. That means Bitcoin's all-time high might be around 135. If that is what happens, this could just be what I'm seeing, and it might not actually be what is actually happening, because it could just be a trap for retail. But it's really interesting to see that as well. So let's just delete that. So that's kind of what I'm seeing on the Bitcoin chart. Now, the reason why I'm pretty bullish, and I believe we're going to reverse here as well, is yes, we've got obviously the falling wedge as I shared, but we've also got bullish divergence in the RSI. Now, every time I've seen this kind of pattern play out in terms of three touches or even two touches on the RSI on bullish divergence, and all that means is that price is going down, but RSI is showing price going up, which means momentum is starting to shift, which means eventually price will reverse. It's like you look at here, price kind of just double bottomed here, but what did it do here? It went up. And then look what happened from there. It started going up. I believe this is what's going to happen. You can see a price is double bottomed, but we've been going up since then. So since this bottom here, we've been going up, which is really good to see. Now I'm going to show you where we see this quite a lot, and also why I don't believe that this is actually the top of Bitcoin, because of a few things. One, I've always noticed that when we get actual an all-time high, we usually break above this level of the RSI and then create bearish divergence like this. But we got it here, which is, I did notice this in 2021, which I'll show you, but other years we didn't get that. So let's go through that now. So if we go back to 2021, I'll show you kind of what happened here. So from the bottom of here to the top of here, the 382, the 618, you can see that also acted as the same as it's doing now. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. And let me just move this to more central. So you can see here, pretty much ever since that dump, which is kind of similar to the one we're going for now, we've had multiple touches going up, pretty much literally where we are. So we could have one more dump, like one more, like possibly, but we'll just see what happens. It could be that just to liquidate the people going long here. But as you can see, eventually price reversed and went up. And that's what I'm seeing here at the moment, especially it's exactly in this area again. So another reason why I'm bullish, I'm going to get rid of this to not confuse you guys. So as you guys can see, right, this all-time high that we had bearish divergence. Obviously, what that means is this is not higher than this high, but sorry, so this is higher than this high. This is lower, so it's showing divergence, which means momentum is shifting, which means it's going to reverse. And you can see here, price broke above this level, and then we got the bearish divergence. We didn't get that recently on the 20th of Jan, which is when our all-time high hit about 109K or whatever it is. Another example, guys, is it could be just like, again, it could be similar to this. We kind of just a little bit broke, and then we got the bearish divergence. But again, obviously that wasn't the all-time high this was. So I still believe this is playing out. Anyways, I don't believe 21 is a really good chart to look at, because it was pretty much manipulated in a big way, because this is all pumped up because of the COVID dump, which should never have happened in my opinion. So if we look at this is what I believe should have happened. From here, you can see price was going down, 1, 2, but price is going up here, and then what? We reversed. Now, I believe if this COVID dump didn't happen, we would continue to either go sideways and then started going up. But because of this dump, it then kickstarted this movement a lot quicker. So it's just interesting to see that. Now I'm going to go to the other example here. Price is going down. Then we've got the bullish divergence, and then look what happens. We start to go up. So I'm really seeing there's a good chance from here that this is either the bottom, or we're like literally just so close to the bottom of Bitcoin's next leg up. So let's look at 2017 cycle. Again, we broke above this line and we've created bearish divergence. And you can see here, this kind of just showed more convergence though, but still interesting to see that we're not seeing at the moment currently. So yeah, good to kind of know that this is here. So that's another reason why I don't believe we're at all-time high yet. Let's go all the way back to the very beginning in 2013, there it is. Okay, let's see what we see here. So again, we've broken above this area. We've created bearish divergence. So, and then what happened? We went down. So what I'm saying, guys, is every single time we've hit an all-time high, we've broken above this line and we've created bearish divergence. Why haven't we done that currently where we're at? Because I don't believe this is the top. I believe this is one final drop just to get everyone who has weak hands, who thinks the bull run's over, and then just absolutely send it. Now, I hope I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm going to short it. I'm going to make money anyways. But it's just really, really interesting to see that the fact that where the all-time high was, we're literally this low. I just don't think it's going to happen. And we've got this. Now, one other thing, guys, this is not something that I rely on. It's just something interesting to look at as well. I'm going to remove this box as well so you guys can see a lot better. I'm going to get rid of that as well. And I'm going to put in the M2 money shift. So you can see the M2 money supply, which is just the liquidity in the market. Every time they print more money, this is pretty much followed. Now, this is 10 weeks lagging, but I've put it into sync at the moment. So you guys can see that it's been pretty correlated. So right now we're pretty much at the triple bottom, 1, 2, 3, and then up. So let's just see what happens from here, but it's just another confirmation that I'm looking at as well. Now, a lot of people ask me, Bailey, why are you bullish on the 12th of April? Well, look, I don't know if you guys have ever looked at this, but the moon is just quite crazy how quick it can actually predict tops and bottoms. So right now we've got that one. We had that move, then we had the new moon, and we went back down. On the 12th of April is when we get the full moon. So I'd say we're going to start pumping there, and that'd be pretty cool if that was predicted again. But you can see, if you just had a bot trading this, it'd be pretty damn accurate. So that's something else I'm looking at. And yeah, now what we're going to do is we're going to go into USDT dominance. So what's USDT dominance? It's pretty much Tether, which is a stable coin, and the dominance of it compared to Bitcoin. Now, when this goes up, Bitcoin goes down at most cases. So if Bitcoin dominance is going down and this is going down, it's great for alts. So I'll just kind of show you guys what I'm seeing at the moment. So I do daily analysis all the time on my Facebook and Twitter, but you can see here, guys, this high is lower than this high, and this high here is apparently lower than this high, which is bearish divergence, which means this is going to eventually start to go down, which doesn't happen usually when there's a top in, right? When the top's in, this is very bullish, but it's not looking bullish if you ask me. Now, obviously it can pump to the upside, but this is showing some really, really weakness. So this is the top. This is on the top of Bitcoin came in. We're literally at the bottom. And then this is about 79 days later, which is where we're at now. And I'm going to show you this in multiple markets. The other thing you guys can see if you want is on OBV as well, we've created a double top as well. So from here to here, it's double top. And we also have broken support because the volume is actually dumping while price is going up, which is another bearish divergence confirmation. So that's something I'm also looking at. Now, let's compare it. So just so you guys understand, from the top and then 79 days later, which is where we're at now, we've been going up and this RSI has been going down. Let's look at what happened in 2021. Okay, so in 2021, we topped in November the 11th or November the 10th, whatever it was, right? Pretty similar. We're at the bottom and we're going up, right? But we're going up not on bearish divergence, which means it's a pretty strong move and it's going to continue going up, right? There's a big difference. So this is going up, this is going up. But well, what do we have back here, right? We have this is going up and this is going down, which means there's a weakness in that move. Here, there's no weakness. Let's see, what does 2017 look like? So 2017, this is going up and this is going up, which again shows strength, and it's why I continue to go up. But why are we not having that right now in 2025? Because this is not the same cycle. This is going to be an extended cycle, or it could be just, it's just going to be completely different. It's going to be completely manipulated because of all the institutions involved. But all I'm saying, guys, is it's not the same. And I'm not saying that history will repeat, but it can definitely rhyme. And right now, it's definitely not lining up. So that's what I'm seeing on USD dominance. Now let's go on to why I believe alt season is still on. Like, I don't believe that alt season's over, guys. I believe we're going to have the crazy alt season that everyone says we're not going to have. And the reason why is, one, we bounced off this support very strongly. We've broken this downtrend, which means it's either going to go sideways for a bit or we're going to break up to the upside. So there's more chance we're going to break up to the upside. The reasons why is, you can see we've been going in a downtrend. So this is when the top of Bitcoin went in and we continue to go down. And this is where we're at right now, 79 days later. RSI is going up, which shows bullish divergence. If you just say, okay, well, what if we went like this, Bailey? Well, that's still a double bottom, right? It's still bullish divergence, just not as strong. So what that means is there's going to be a reversal sometime soon, and it's more favored towards bulls than bears. And that's really good for alts. And I'm going to show another reason why. So this is the top of, if people believe this is the top of the bull season, bull run, I should say, to where we're at now. Let's look at other situations. So remember, we're going down, and we've been going down since the top, but we've also got bullish divergence. Now, what's been different with other years? So let's look at that. So what happened? Okay, we hit the top, which was November, like the 10th, 2021. And what happened? Altcoins continued to go up. and RSI continued to show weakness, which what happens, we eventually broke down, right? Completely different to where we're at right now. If we look at 2017, because that was 2021, again, right? This is the top of Bitcoin back in 2017, December 2017, 17th. We were going up and we continue to go up, right? And then we eventually broke down. But what do we also see on RSI? We see weakness. And that's what happened. We continue to go down. I am seeing completely different here in 2025. We are not going up. We are going down, but we've broken the downtrend and we've got bullish divergence. Like there's so many confirmations so far to show me this bull run or this alt season is not over. And I really hope I'm right, because if I'm wrong, I'm holding a lot of bags. I'm sure a lot of you guys are. So let's just pray that's not the situation. Now, another confirmation for me is Bitcoin dominance. Guys, Bitcoin dominance is how dominant Bitcoin is. If Bitcoin dominance keeps going up, alt season just will not happen. Like alt cannot run if this continues to go up. Now, all I can see possibly is one more touch to here to fill in this week, but we might have already done that. So we have to see how this candle closes tomorrow. But again, this is the all-time high, if you want to say, of 2025 Bitcoin hit, and we've continued to go up since then. This is where we're at right now. If we look at the RSI, we've double topped, which is a reversal, which is showing weakness. And that's just at the moment, right? We could obviously go a bit more, but it's still looking very weak. If you look at this, we've been going down, but obviously we're going sideways here, which is showing weakness again. So you're probably wondering, okay, so what's happening with maybe, let's say, the OBV? The OBV is, again, really just showing weakness. It doesn't support this move whatsoever. So this here is pretty much in line with this, but what's happened here? This is not in line with this. So it's showing weakness, showing bearish divergence. So I'm going to collapse that again. Now let's look at the other charts, or I should say, the other times we've hit all-time high. So back in 2021, the 10th of November, Bitcoin hit its all-time high, and guess what? Went down, the dominance, right? Bitcoin dominance went down. And what happened? We got bullish divergence, which eventually went up, right? That's what happens in a proper time when Bitcoin hits the top, because if Bitcoin hits the top, then eventually it dumps the whole market, and eventually it becomes more dominant than the altcoins, because everyone takes all their money out of altcoins and buys Bitcoin. And that's why you continue to see this go up once we hit the bottom, but that's not happening at the moment. So this is 2021. What about 2017? No, we can't go back to 2013, guys. I'm just doing the last 3 cycles. Here again, Bitcoin hit its all-time high, 17th of December. And what did we do? We went down on bullish divergence. Very, very different to what we're doing right now. So guys, I'm just showing you what I'm seeing. And for me, just looking at these 4 charts, it's very obvious that this is not the same situation that we've had when crypto Bitcoin has hit all-time highs. So I would love to know, what you guys are seeing, but for me, it's pretty obvious that we've been, kind of, I guess, bribed almost, not bribed, but forced to sell our bags because we think this is literally a bear market. And a lot of people, when I'm saying this is the bottom, say, nah, mate, we've got a lot further to go. Now, where could we go if we do break this level? The last spot is just here at 71, 73K areas for me, I would say. The reason why is it lines up with the 618 fibs and also the last high that we created. So look, guys, that's what I'm seeing. I hope you guys got something out of this. I want to know if you guys believe that, we still have the bull season that's still going to continue. Alt season's going to happen as well, just based off what I'm seeing, and it's going to happen very soon. Especially if you're seeing, the bullish divergence as well, Bitcoin dominance on bearish divergence. Everything is lined up for alts to absolutely explode. Now, if we have a black swan event, we can't stop that. But my goal today was just to kind of show you what I was seeing, guys. And yeah, I want you guys to share your thoughts below. But I hope you guys got value from it. If you did, let me know, like, subscribe, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.